Charlie's daddy was a bootlegger. He also worked for the government as a fucking ATF guy. That was his dad's liquor collecting book.
Mother said he was making wine in the living room, and he's out busting up steels.
How long you been in recovery?
God, I couldn't tell you. My wife, I guarantee, can tell you.
36 years.
36?
Yeah, but he's been in recovery for almost 50. Because it took him a long time to get it.
Yeah. Did you ever think you'd see the day when you had a recovery barbershop? Because you got a recovery barbershop, man.
Not until I got in it.
That's how he does it. He makes him look like shit right up to the end, man. I don't know how he does it. The only barber I know, man. You came in here just to show somebody how to talk, you ended up with a job. That's fucked up, man.
We were in there talking, there was 2 kids, and they were like, man, we need to get a job. I said, look, I'm gonna go walk into this barbershop and talk to this guy. Just pay attention to how I talk to somebody. And I started talking to Charlie. I said, well, I had a barbershop out in Highland Springs, and he started laughing. He goes, I heard about you. He said, you were the one that was muling all them drugs for everybody who got in trouble. I said, yeah, that was me. And he said, you're in the program. He said, well, that's good. He's like, so am I. And I said, well, I got 16 months. I wore it like a badge of honor. He said, well, if you want a job, come back and talk to me tomorrow.
How long you been clean now?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, I celebrate August 10th, 2012.
So we got the same anniversary.
Yeah, we do. I'm a one-hit wonder, basically.
Man, I had to just slam into the wall a million times.
Yeah, but that's the part of the awakening, right?
I guess.
You got more to offer now, you know?
Oh.
So when I hear people...
I like how you spun that. I like how you did that.
Yeah, you got more to offer.
Service work is what keeps you clean. This is kind of a service commitment here, having a coffee pot on over there. And newcomers can come up here and hang out and share that shit. You're gonna become your environment. If you hang out with drug users, you're gonna use drugs. If you hang out in a bar, you're gonna drink. If you hang out in a barber shop, you might get a haircut. A recovery barber shop is the place where recovering people can go and get connectedness.
A lot of businesses, they don't have the, the conversation like this does. So sometimes you might not get that out, like when you just go to the laundry mat.
Bar. You come in here and let it rip, man. Don't matter what you're thinking, feeling, you can share it up, and I like that part. In human nature, you want to be connected, you want to be loved, you want to be wanted, you want to be valued. And you got to have those places to go be valued at, to be wanted and to be loved. And common places in our communities, because of this stigma associated with addiction, it's just not comfortable, it's not safe.
Someone yesterday that was in here, and I don't know, we had a conversation and I was like, yeah, I used to smoke crack like crazy. You know what I mean? The guy was like, what? What did you say? And I was like, I'm in recovery now. He's like, oh.
I guarantee you, we're reducing stigma to the regular people don't know much about recovery or addiction. They come in here and they see us, hear us.
I remember the one time we were in here, right? It was the first month, and me and someone else were in here. We were talking about a meeting, and Charlie pulled me to the side, pulled us over here, and he goes, look, he said, if y'all want to talk about a meeting, that's good. He said, go to a meeting and talk about that shit. We don't talk about that shit in here. I was like, what?
Charlie said that in here?
Yeah, because he's old school AA, you know what I mean?
He was Mr. Anonymity himself. Publicly anonymous, you know what I mean?
2 years later, when you got all these newcomers in here, Charlie's sitting in a chair with it spun around talking all about it. It's cool to see how we all change, Melvin even says that the parking lot looks like it used to, like 30 years ago.
Melvin, who's Melvin?
Melvin, who owns Fin and Feather and the Pawn Center.
He owns these other shops.
Yeah. There he is. You call and he's there. There's still some coffee over there, Melvin. It's really burnt. It's the way you like it. Burnt? Yep.
Can't replace people like Charlie, can you?
No.
Matthew's like a consolation prize.
A booby prize.
Right.
He was in the hospital bed, and I took Melvin to go see him. That was Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And me and Melvin, and he died that Friday. Just like that, he was gone.
You ever say to yourself, I'm gonna go down and say hello to Charlie, then you realize he ain't here no more?
Yeah, I do sometimes. I miss him, and it's like everything else. It has to change, but at least it's changed for the good. The shop can raise another family now.
The recovery connectedness that takes place here at Charlie's Barber Shop. Old school to new school. Every community should have a recovery beauty parlor, recovery barbershop. And I bet there's a bunch of them out there too. I mean, I'm sure this ain't the only one. Hell yeah, that's what America needs right there.